That's right. KKK rally, y'all. KKK rally. Come on up in here, algorithm. Come on, come on, come on. Where y'all at? I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to go to TikTok because you motherfuckers is playing. You motherfuckers is playing. KKK rally. Describe shit. Come on, y'all. It's hot in the motherfucker out here. What's going on? What's going on? Did y'all see that KKK rally the other day? Charlie Kirk Memorial Service. Designed. It's KKK rally. Well, he got in and got out. That's right. They don't want to hear that. They definitely don't want to hear that. But I tell you what. I tell you what. See, YouTube don't like to fuck with people, and you. That's crazy. Let me give me a couple more minutes, cause I ain't gonna be on YouTube. Y'all full of shit. I'm gonna roll over to TikTok, y'all, cause I just upload what I got to say. I get more videos off of uploads instead of going live on YouTube. YouTube on that dick. Let me get out. Let me get on up out of here. With some feedback. I'm gonna give y'all up to 5 minute mark. I'm gonna give y'all up to the 5 minute mark. A few more don't come on up in here. I'm trying to get a few more people up in here. I'm just gonna slide over to TikTok with that audience. Thank you for the like, sir. Hey, look, why you here? I could talk to one. Why you here? I took a gander this morning, and I was checking out the Charlie Kirk so-called memorial service. Now, this memorial service that I saw was reminiscent to a KKK rally. You did. Hit that like button, y'all. Hit that like button. Show some support. That's all. It ain't nothing. Hit that like button. Sub up. But this situation we got going on right here, I I was telling folks that they were gonna use Charlie Kirk's freedom of speech as a martyr. They're gonna use his blood to sanitize his ideology to legitimize every poisonous thing Charlie Kirk ever said. They propping Charlie Kirk up to be Jesus. They propping Charlie Kirk up to be Gandhi. But Charlie Kirk was nothing but a tool, a pawn on the chessboard. And if you really pay attention to that shot, if you took it down in slow motion, Charlie Kirk was killed by his own kind. Charlie Kirk was part of an agenda that's called Project 2025. Charlie Kirk was shot in the back, y'all, not the front. It looks that way when that bullet is coming so fast, but if you pay attention, it's another video out there that shows a man on a roof behind Charlie Kirk, and Charlie Kirk was hit in the back from his right side of his back and come out to the left side. Now, celebrating the death of Charlie Kirk, I'm not doing that. I wish death on no man. Anyone who celebrates the death of Charlie Kirk, they only elevate and celebrate the agenda that they're trying to put forth. Charlie Kirk's death is going to benefit no one. Excuse me, y'all. Charlie Kirk's death is going to benefit the media. It's going to benefit the politicians. It's going to benefit the state. It's going to benefit those proprietors of Project 2025. Charlie Kirk is not a hero. They used that boy. They used him for their agenda. And it's sad because the very same people he thought was going to protect him had Charlie Kirk believing that no harm would befall him, and they left him holding the bag and they let him down. Charlie Kirk is not a martyr. Charlie Kirk is not a hero. Charlie Kirk was a polarizing figure who capitalized on an agenda that was already set for him. The scariest part about that KKK rally was Steve Miller. Steve Miller is the one who handpicked J.D. Vance. Steve Miller handpicked J.D. Vance to be the vice president. He handpicked him for the simple fact Steve Bannon is running this country. Donald Trump is the distraction. Not Steve Bannon, Stephen Miller. Let me rephrase it. Stephen Miller handpicked J.D. Vance to be the vice president. So when Trump is out, Steve Miller can really run the country because the things that's going on in this country now is all about Steve Bannon. Did you hear him at that KKK rally disguised as a memorial service for Charlie Kirk? Talking about, let me paraphrase. He was talking about a warrior in the storm. See, the storm went to the warrior and said, "We're going to take you out." But the warrior looked up and said, "We're the storm." Now, that comes from the white supremacist Bible, their playbook. And if you know anything about the white supremacists, because I had a friend who was a white supremacist, and she was explaining to me about what those dog whistles are. Hit that like button, hit that sub button, y'all. Show me some love so I can get more and more people and I can reach more and more people because this is it right here. We got to understand what's going on. Now, Donald Trump got up there and he talked about, he just showered accolades on Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk's wife got up there and I didn't see a tear. I didn't see not one tear. I just saw her smiling and profiling. And I'm not going to say she's sad because I don't know what's feeling on the inside. But there's no way I believe that I can get up there and my wife or one of my loved ones was murdered brutally or killed. It was just died of natural causes. Well, I can get up there with that smile and dressed all up to make no, 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 no. And hey, it's too clean, y'all. It's too clean. It's too clean. If we don't pay attention to what they're trying to do, because right now we're nothing but a bunch of slaves, y'all. We all slaves. We work for the rich. The rich don't care about us no matter what color you are. They didn't care about Charlie Kirk. They didn't. If they'd have cared about Charlie Kirk, they would have protected Charlie Kirk. They didn't want to protect Charlie Kirk because they needed Charlie Kirk. See, Charlie Kirk is more valuable to them now that he's dead than he ever was when he was alive. Charlie Kirk was a symbol that they made become a more powerful symbol, a tool to weaponize the states. They're gonna use his death for more police presence, more surveillance, more militarization of the police, more censorship. It's gonna be on and on and on. And who's gonna suffer for it? We are. So while they're sitting up here propping up Charlie Kirk, we are missing the whole situation. We missing the big picture. Because they, like I said, they never cared about Charlie Kirk. And I wish death on no man. It's fucked up what Charlie Kirk went through because they made Charlie Kirk. They made Charlie Kirk and they made his killer. That guy who killed Charlie Kirk is a product of the same wicked evil machine. They created Charlie Kirk, they created his killer, they created Charlie Kirk to go that killer into killing him. So the killer didn't do nobody a favor. The killer didn't do nothing but make Charlie Kirk more powerful of a weapon to the people who need him to be a weapon. And Charlie Kirk will not be the first one, the only one. He's the first, but he will not be the only one. You had 18,533 people died this year in America, and not one flag flew half mast. You had 3 people got killed in Colorado just a couple of hours after Charlie Kirk got popped. No flags are half mast. Who the hell? It's all about a narrative, y'all. So it makes no difference what they come up with, what the result's going to be. It's the narrative. They set the narrative and they run with it. Another distraction and a perfect distraction to keep us away from the Epstein files. But the Epstein files will come out. The Epstein files will be released. And when they do, it's going to be a house of cards, y'all. Have y'all ever played a card game where y'all took a deck of cards and just stacked them on top of each other, make a house? And when one fall, that one at the bottom fall, they all come down crashing? That's what they're trying to avoid. But Stephen Miller and the rest of his billionaire friends who give less than a fuck about Donald, they're putting Donald out front to catch all the, Donald's out front to catch the shrapnel. Look at him, how he go around. This is the disgrace. We got the weakest man in America, the weakest man in the world in charge of our military. We got the weakest man in the world supposedly uh, have the strongest men in the world bowing and cowering down to him. What can Donald Trump physically do to make you do anything? All he can do is talk. And who would listen to a weak, feeble leader like that? Understand what you're doing, understand what's going on. This country, and look, you know, we're supposed to be the richest country in the world, but we all poor. Think about it. We're supposed to be able to live life abundantly in this country. Everybody. We should be able to travel, to hang out with everybody. Everybody should be on a loving side of things. But no, no, no. The power structure is built like this. It's designed like this in America. For the same people who go to work every day, 9 to 5, 12 to 12, work their finger to the bone 20, 30 years and has nothing to show for it. But these rich folks who send you to work just to get enough to pay for some gas, buy some food, get some clothes, get some sleep, and get back to work and go work for them. Their children, those trust fund babies who never lifted a finger in their life to do anything but scratch their ass and play with their nuts, will live better than you for the rest of their life. They have more than you will ever think about, Jamie. You know why? Because they take from us. We the people. Without you, a billionaire can't be rich. A billionaire can't do that work by himself or herself. They need you. They need us. And at the same time, it's more of the number. Follow the money. It's strength in numbers. And if we keep fighting one another, the chaos and confusion that they cause, this is another part of the plan. As long as we in chaos and confused, they can do everything they want behind our back. And we're to be too busy fighting one another instead of questioning them. We'll be too busy fighting one another instead of going down to City Hall, knocking on the governor's door, knocking on the prosecutor's door, the DA's door, the sheriff's door, whoever's door we got to knock on to get some results. Instead of doing that, dealing with this local government and how the kids can't get some kids only get to eat when they go to school. They taking that out. No medication, no health care, but their kids get it all. Donald Trump didn't. He ducked the war 4 or 5 times, but he got the keys to the magazine. He could say, "Go fight, go attack the hill," and they go. Fuck no, I would never do that. I gave the military, the Marine Corps, 12 years of my life. I served the Stars and Stripes. I gave them 12 years of my life. So I can say, motherfuck the flag. I could burn that bitch. God damn it, that's my right. You understand what I'm saying? These people, this United States, it should be called the divided states of America because that's what it is. And the only people could bring it back together, not the politicians, but we the people. We the people are the only ones who can galvanize us to become a true nation. A true nation. Because the leaders know what we have, they know what we leave. It's so hard to live in America. Your funeral will cost more than your vacation. Your funeral will be the most expensive thing you ever purchased in your life. Well, after your life. People save up for funerals before they die. What sense does that make? What sense? Why are you saving up to bury yourself after you dead? And you still struggling. The insurance is a fraud. Medication is a fraud. The legal system is a fraud. You understand? The politicians are frauds. But we, the people, are just nothing. We pull our pants down and take it up the ass with no grease. Well, they not running up in me. And I hope y'all don't allow them to run up in y'all. Grab you a community, get you a group of friends, a gang, a club, a clique, a platoon, a family, whatever you want to call it. Surround yourself with some people who got your best interests at hand. Get communitized. Get communitized because we can't go it alone. See, they are together. They are together. We are the ones that's separated. We, the people, are the ones that's divided. And the government, Democrats, Republicans, Independent, they all on the same fucking team. The right wing and the left wing is attached to the same bird. And I'm gonna tell you something. They were knocking on your door next. They were knocking on your door next. They were knocking on my door next. They've been knocking on our door next. See, right now, they got us where they want us. They got us arguing. You got I could read probably read some of the comments where people uh talking about, talking a lot of shit, but it don't even matter. It's like this, y'all. Whatever you say about me, however you feel about me, that goes to show you they got you. Cause see, you don't even know me. I will be the one that saved your life. I will be the one who feeds you your kids when they're hungry. I will be the one to give you that assistance if you got to know me. You understand? You would probably be the same one for me. That's why when I speak out, I don't speak against the people. I speak against the system. I'm not speaking against Charlie Kirk. I'm speaking against what the system made Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk is not the enemy. The system is the enemy. The people that created Charlie Kirk is the enemy. Because the same thing they did to Charlie Kirk, they'll do it to somebody else that's weak enough to fall for that, like Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk never said nothing good about a person that looked like me. Charlie Kirk felt entitled. Charlie Kirk, if one of my children would have passed or I would have, Charlie Kirk would have gave less than a fuck about me. I tried to get into a debate with Charlie Kirk, but he wouldn't respond. I would have walked him down that road when he's talking about the black man not being in the house. I would have walked him down there, then I walked him down there. I would have opened that door up. I would have pulled him in, and I would have lit his ass up. See, Charlie Kirk debates a lot of college kids who have no skills in debating, who have no knowledge of what he's talking about, and he always try to talk over them and ask questions with questions. But he ran into this one sister and this one brother at Cambridge, and they lit his ass up. See, Charlie Kirk would never debate a seasoned debater. Charlie Kirk was not as intelligent as you thought he were. He was learned. Let's give him that. He knew some things, but he preached it over and over, and he practiced. He had bullet points. Charlie Kirk was a fraud. They made Charlie Kirk a fraud. And now he's a martyr. And anything you say against the martyr Charlie Kirk is considered hate speech or disrespecting the dead. No, no, no. I'm not disrespecting the dead. I'm not disrespecting Charlie Kirk. But what I am doing, I'm exposing the system who made Charlie Kirk who he was. I'm exposing the system who used Charlie Kirk as a wedge to divide the younger people from more, to divide younger people, gaslight younger people into believing that the system that they live in, things that they don't have, the let me calm down, y'all, because it's like a funnel and shit just trying to roll out. I got so many things in my head trying to pop out. They use Charlie Kirk as a wedge of division to make his people think that the things that they're lacking in their life, socially, economically, political powerlessness, are because of immigrants and minorities. And that, my friend, is not the case. You dig? That is not the case. But I will tell you this before I roll, because I don't like to keep people alone. I don't like to waste a lot of people's time, but I want to tell y'all this. Don't listen to me. Go check it out. Go watch that speech that Steve Miller had at Charlie Kirk's funeral or his Klan rally, his so-called memorial service, but that Klan rally. And if it don't send no chills through your spine, and if it don't make you take you back a little bit, make you say, wait a minute, hold up. Who is the enemy? You're talking about American people, American citizens. So how can Americans be enemies to Americans? Americans are the enemies of Russia, the enemies of China. See, this this American white man can go nowhere in the world where they respect him or love him because he's stolen everything, everywhere he went, he stole, he took. Nobody likes him, nobody respects him. See, the black man and the brown man is not the problem. You understand? The black man and the brown man is not the problem. The China man, they own everything damn near over 80%, 40% of what's going on over here. Uh, Vladimir Putin, he shook his hand and still bombed Ukraine. That's the enemy. Kim Jong Un. They sitting over there with Xi Jinping over at the most powerful men in the world meeting, but they didn't invite Donald Trump. Those are enemies. America is under fire. America stands alone. And if you think you can win a battle, let alone a war, with the people inside this country fighting against one another, well, the enemies, all they got to do is lay back and let us do the internal damage because the kingdom fall from within. Let us do the internal damage, and then they come pick up the pieces. So don't think that American citizens are your enemy. People in America are hateful because they've been taught to be hate, and they keep pushing that hate. One side wants war, other side wants peace. Something's got to give. But I'm gonna tell you this: I'm not living in an authoritarian world. Uh-uh. I will not give me liberty or give me death. And I mean that to the core of my soul. I like to thank all y'all for coming in, just giving me a little bit of y'all time. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. I wish nothing but the best for y'all, whether you have something positive or negative to say. I wish nothing for the best because at the end of the day, what you say or what you eat don't make me shit. You dig? And at the end of the day, what you say, I'm not going to allow what another person say or do to have me to act irrational to do something stupid. I can't give nobody that type of control over me. You understand? I can't give nobody that type of control. So look here, y'all. Y'all be good. Y'all stay safe. And let me leave y'all with this. Love your mother. Hug your siblings. Protect your children. Honor your father and be thankful for the problems you don't have. One love, all of y'all, in a minute.